I'm pretty sure the dealership tried to scam me because I got a Trackhawk. And let me tell you why. Oh, boy. So, on today's adventure, man, rain, sleet, or snow, sunny weather, dealership trying to scam you. Still got to have content to flow, baby. So, on today's adventure, man, it really is different from most adventures. I usually do not, I usually don't make videos with me just talking and stuff like that. I really don't like doing that. So y'all all seen me, Draco, and Scat. We was out getting rollers and whatnot of our cars and everything. We was getting roller videos and everything. And y'all know I be hitting my car. Like everybody know I drive my car hard, bro. Like I don't lie. I even said in one of my videos, this ain't nothing but materialistic stuff, man. That's why we have fun in it. That's why we hit it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we hit the gas, cause some break, yeah, you get it fixed. It's just a mechanical item, bro. It ain't nothing special. You can't take it with you when you leave. What's the point of having it if you don't drive it hard? And like if something happened, you just fix it. Like it ain't nothing but materialistic stuff. That's why I really don't even like getting into it. So, anyways, after we was out getting rollers that day, my car decided to cut off on me. Like I hit it a little bit while she was recording me, and then I got back on the paddle and I felt the paddle like breaking up as if I was running out of gas. That's kind of how it felt. It was just the power was breaking up. So I pulled over. When I pulled over, the car just shut off on me. Okay, so let's fast forward because we already done seen all that. Now we're getting to the point where I figured out, okay, I'm gonna take it to this dealership. I don't even know if I want to say what it said, but I might well. So I said I was gonna take it to this dealership in Warner Robins, Georgia. It's I think it's five star Dodge, Ram, Jeep, Chrysler, in Warner Robins, Georgia, on Watson. So I took it to them, kind of thinking in my head, like, this is a good area, this is a nice area. They should be legit people and do your boy right. Cause y'all know how I be. You take it to like y'all, anybody from around the area, y'all know, like I'm thinking in my mind, if I take it to the other location in the other city, it's not as uppity as Warner Robins. So I'm thinking you take it to Warner Robins, that's where the Air Force Base at. They deal with them type of people. So I'm thinking they're gonna be legit, right? Anyways, so I get there that night. I take it to them instantly. I get a tow truck. Tow truck takes it over there to their lot instantly. Salesman come out trying to sell me a car. He like, man, we got Demon in there, man. He come out trying to sell me a car. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my Trackhawk. But he doing his job, so that ain't even really that necessary. I guess they would say that, but I'm just trying to paint the picture. I'm like, yeah, bet, cool. Like, yeah, I go look at it. Like, even though this is happening to me about my Trackhawk, like I said, bro, it's just materialistic stuff. At the end of the day, I hate to be cliche or whatever, but you can't take it with you when you go. So like, I don't be tripping. Like if my car break down, motor blow, whatever, fuel, they say fuel pump stop working, whatever might happen, like I don't trip on it. It is what it is. You save up some money, get it fixed when you can. Ain't no big deal. So, or if you got the money to get it fixed right then and there, do your thing, boy, whatever you want to do. So it is what it is. And I'm still in a good mood. The guy say he got the Demon. Get my car. Go ahead and get my car off the tow truck and everything. I go inside, look at the Demon and stuff, and then he go ahead and like put me in the system. That way they know my car is sitting out there, so it ain't just like somebody dropped their car off and nobody know. So he put me in the system. He told me to specifically go see a certain lady. It's the only woman that works in the service department. He was like, man, yeah, go see her. She gonna get you right. Like she be on top of her game. Make sure you talk to her. Tia.
Tia.
Okay.
Talk to Tia.
Tia.
Tia. She's
All
the
right.
only female
Okay.
guy. Rest of the guy.
All righty.
She at least stay on.
Right. Y'all see in the video. He was like, make sure you talk to her. So I was like, okay, bet. I'll talk to her. First thing Monday, I go see her, whatever. So I go in there, I go see her, tell her everything that's happening with the car. Um, she's like, okay, bet, let's go outside and put your. As a matter of fact, she said, let's go outside, put your number on your mirror and everything. We're gonna get you right. So finally Thursday, the lady who was my service advisor, I believe what you call her, it's the lady that sit at the desk. She actually gave me a card and it had her cell phone number and it had the main line for the dealership number. So I decided to call her cell phone number to prevent having to push what button, who I want to speak with, all that. So I just call her cell phone And she told me she wasn't even there. Her kid had the flu or whatever, so she was out. So I'm assuming that's why my car probably didn't get diagnosed so quick or anything, because my main person was out with the flu. So everybody else is dealing with their people. So she told me to just call up there because she was out. So I called up there. I talked to another guy. He said they hooked up. As a matter of fact, so y'all don't think I'm capping. Where my thing at? They took off my engine cover on, if you're standing in front of the car, they took off the engine cover on the right side of the motor, because on that fuel rail, it has the spot where you unscrew the thing and hook up a pressure test, I believe. So they actually took this off. The guy told me they did a pressure test, they did a fuel pressure test or something, and it wasn't getting enough pressure. So I need both of my fuel pumps replaced. He didn't even tell me how much the parts was. All he said was it was gonna be $3,700 to replace my fuel pumps and the labor. He said it was gonna be $3,700 for my parts and labor. So in my head, y'all know that, bruh. I don't care what y'all think. Y'all might think just 'cause I got a Trackhawk like I'm rich or something, but you don't have to be rich to have these cars, bro. You just gotta have decent credit and make a little bit of decent money, and you can have these cars, bro. You don't have to be rich. So a lot of people might think I'm just rich because I done had the Corvette and the Trackhawk, bro. I'm not rich. So when he said $3,700. I was like, dang, sheesh, okay, dog, boy, dang, you gonna do me like that?
Dang! What? They said I'm gonna make you broke.
So instantly, I'm like, bruh, $3,700 is like a lot for some fuel pumps. But I'm like, okay, it's a dealership, so everybody know dealerships cost more than a regular little shop anyways. So I'm expecting that, because I'm okay with paying more to a dealership, because in my mind, I'm like, if the dealership do something wrong, you can hold them accountable, because, it's a big corporation. So that's why people be like, man, I wouldn't take my car to the dealership, man. They expensive. I'm okay with paying a little bit more, because I know something happened, I can go after a corporation, let alone like a little family-owned mechanic. He might give me a headache about trying to replace something he messed up. So that's my logic. But 37 is still like way higher than what it normally should be. So what I do, I call the closest 5-star dealership to this one. It's probably only like 15 miles, 20 miles away, like a couple exits down the road, basically. So I called them. I asked them, I said, how much is the main pump for a Trackhawk, the main fuel pump? They told me it's $1,240. So that's $1,000. That's $1,240 for the main pump. Remember that. Get your calculators out, y'all. I'm about to get mine out because I'm not good at math, but I ain't too bad. The auxiliary pump that pushes the fuel to the main pump, they told me it's only $726. So, okay, add that to your calculator, y'all. $726. All right. So y'all got that number in there. Now, I got off the phone with parts department. I asked them if they can connect me to the service department. So I got on the phone with service. How much is the labor to replace both of my fuel pumps? Boom, here we go. They say $800, where are my notes? They said $848. I'm like, okay, bet. So add $848 to what I just told y'all. We should both have the same thing. I don't know if y'all can see that, but we should both have the same thing, right? We should have $2,814. So by the time you say taxes, I might have to pay for some shipping to get some parts in. Man, let's say $3,000. Let's round it all the way up to $3,000 between taxes and labor. Even if you want to be fancy and you say, man, you ain't doing your estimate right, you don't know your math, it should have been $3,200. Let's say $3,200 should have been how much it costs after all that. I don't know, roughly between $3,000, $3,200, whatever. So, do y'all remember what I told y'all the other dealership where my car is actually sitting at in Warner Robins? What they told me? They told me 37. How can the same corporation, a five-star that's 15, 20 miles apart, how can one person charge $700 more than the other one? So that got me thinking like, bro, is they trying to rip me off? Are they trying to pocket the money? Is the service department gonna like Everybody gonna get like a bonus or something based off that 700 extra. Like, why is it that y'all doing this? So I called back the dealership that told me 3,700. And I say, hey man, I'm seeing where I can buy those parts myself and save some money. And I said, y'all know me, like, y'all can probably peep my personality. I'm not the guy to try to cause no commotion. Y'all know how people go to restaurants and they try to like complain about the food so they can get it free. Like, I'm not that guy. Like, if I'm with somebody to try to do that, I like walk out. Like, I don't even want to be around that. Like, I hate conflict. I hate argument. I hate all that. Like, I'm most laid back, cool guy. Like, I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't do that, bro. So I called back the guy and said, hey man, I'm not trying to like haggle you or anything, or like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's an expensive car. If I could save some money somewhere, I like to save some money. And if I see it, I'm seeing them parts off of mymopar.com. If I order that myself, I can save some money versus what y'all trying to charge me for the parts. He said, oh, so you want to supply your own parts? And I said, yeah, I don't, I'm not trying to be extra, but if I can save some money, I like to. And he's like, okay. At first he was like, okay. And then he got to thinking, I guess, and he was like, well, we already ordered the parts. He was like, we already ordered the parts. So I can't be stuck with a fuel pump or something. In my mind, I'm like, bro, y'all like a corporation. Like, y'all gonna use that fuel pump on somebody else's car one day. Like, what do you mean you can't be stuck with it? So in my head, like, but I don't like arguing. So sometimes it is that does mess me up because I don't go back and forth with people. I don't like to argue. It's easier to get over on somebody who won't argue you down and kind of just like let you have it, just to leave it alone. I said, it ain't no refund. It ain't no like refund policy or something. He was like, nah, like you can't, once you order them, you order them. And he was like, I can't be stuck with the pumps. So he wanted me to buy his pumps. I'm thinking in my head, so I couldn't see exactly how much they was going to charge. Places never give you like a parts price and a labor price. That's why I had to ask for it specifically. And once I asked for that, I said, hey man, do y'all all just charge differently? I said, do all y'all dealerships just have y'all own prices on labor and stuff? And he was like, oh, well, yeah, well, we kind of go based off the volume or whatever. And so I'm like, based off the volume? I thought the labor was the labor. How do you charge more labor based off the volume? But maybe he doing the right thing. I don't know. So when he said that, I'm like, okay. All right. And then I tell him how much the other place was going to charge for labor. That's when he was like, oh, well, let me get with my parts department and see what we can do for you. So I'm like, you're going to get with parts department and see what you can do for me? What? Oh, okay, let's see. And I was like, all right. He was like, all right, I'll call you right back, man. Bruh. He called me back within like 3 to 5 minutes because I had called somebody else to tell them what was going on. By the time I'm telling them, I'm like, hold on, bro. He calling me back now. He called me back and he say, hey, man, I talked with my people and everything, and we can do it for $3,200. Boom, big red flag. How can any corporation tell you one price and then just within 3 to 5 minutes just take off $500? If this is normal, please comment and let me know. I've never like dealt with this kind of stuff before, so if that's how they doing it nowadays, then cool. I just never deal with a dealership again. But I did not that's a red flag to me because I'm like, you told me $3,700 and then out of nowhere you just can take off $500. And he was like, yeah. So I talked to my people, we could do it for 32. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, okay then. And he was like, that should help you out. It should save you $500. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like really still, my mind, like I'm really just still like trying to figure out like, how can he just do that? Like because it's a lot of stuff we don't know about the ins and outs of this stuff. So I'm over here still like, damn, how does man just take off $500? Just think, y'all, if I would have never called around and got the real price on what it should have been, and I would have never called him back and told him, I would have been paying the extra $500 for no reason. See what I'm saying? People riding by this dealership every day telling me, hey, bro, your car's still sitting in that same spot. We took it out the tow truck at. Your car's still sitting there. Your car's still sitting there every day. I told my people to go pick up my car while I was at work, and They went to go pick up my car. Now this is where the story it gets more deeper because it's like it had to be something fishy going on. Called dealership lady. I called that lady that I told y'all that was out at the beginning of the story, out with her, her kid had a flu. She's back at work now. So I tried to call the main line. Another guy answered, and I told him, I was just like, hey man, I just was trying to, see if somebody can have my key ready. I'm gonna have somebody come pick my car up and pay for the diagnostics. He was like, okay, I'll relay the message. But anyways, I tried to call the lady's cell phone. She didn't answer. So she finally actually called me back. When she called me back, she thought I was calling for an update on my car. So when she answered, she was like, hey, yeah, the tech is out for a test ride right now. When he gets back, I'll let you know what's going on. And I was like, oh no, I'm actually calling you. I'm very nice. I'm not trying to be mean to nobody, even though I feel like I'm being done wrong. I never want to be mean to nobody. Like, I don't try to put bad energy with bad energy, because why put a whole bunch of bad energy out there? She called me back and I tell her, nah, actually, it's fine. I see my car still sitting outside. It's been sitting out for a couple of days. I'm just going to go ahead and have somebody, come get it. I swear to y'all, I wasn't saying it rude or nothing. Like I said, just like that. I seen it outside, still sitting out there. I'm just going to have somebody come get it and, get the key and pay the diagnostics. I was just trying to see if I can have the key ready. And she was like, huh? She was like, what? She was like, I just don't understand. We took our, I just don't understand. We took out all the time, to diagnose your car, and you just don't want us to fix it. So another red flag. I'm like, no. I said, no, I'm still going to pay you guys, for the diagnostics. She tried to guilt trip me. I feel like she tried to guilt trip me to make me feel bad for coming to get my car. She tried to make me feel like they took their hard working time to figure out the problem with my car. And, they feel like they should be the ones fixing it because they took their precious time to figure out what's wrong. But she ain't thinking is, she shouldn't try to make me feel bad as if y'all just done that for me, looking out for me to see what's wrong with my car. Y'all charge for that. And then even if I get the work done through y'all still gonna add that to it. So it's like, I paid for that service. Why guilt trip me because I won't let you further work on my car? I'm paying you for what you did. You're supposed to be professional and just leave it like that. But instead, she tried to guilt trip me and make me feel bad for it. And she was like, I just don't get it. I've never dealt with this before. Like, we checked your car out. We found what the problem was, and you don't want us to be the ones to fix it. Like, I just don't understand. That's what she said. And I'm like, I said, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to go back and forth with you. Like, I'm not trying to be a pain in your butt. I said, I promise I'm not trying to be a pain in your butt. I just want to get my car. And she was like, okay, I'll get it ready. So boom, she hung up. The person I had up there to get my key, I called them because I'm like, hey, I just got the phone with her. And they was like, oh yeah, I'm standing right in front of her right now. Like, the way she just handled you on the phone was very rude. I would not do business here if I was you. And I was like, what? I didn't know Billy was already there to get my key. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even know they was already there. So I know the lady didn't know Billy was with me. So when she hung up the phone with me, she like snobby and stomped off with an attitude and all that. And the Billy telling me like, bruh, they just was being so rude when they hung up with you. Like, it was being so unprofessional. So I'm like, dang, like, I figured she's a little upset. It's whatever. I don't want no conflict. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to start nothing. It's cool. She probably upset because I'm getting my car. Like, it's whatever. I shouldn't have to deal with it, but we live in America and people be working off feelings sometimes. So, like, it is what it is. Also, I forgot. I left out a key point. When she called me back the second time, that's when she was still like, yeah, I just don't understand. And I never told her why I wanted to come get my car back until she called me the second time, because I didn't want to say that and then she say something back and I say something back and it become an argument. I was trying to avoid that. But the second time she called me, she was still saying she couldn't understand why I wanted to get my car back. So I never told her why until that second time. And the second time I told her exactly what I told y'all. I said, honestly, the reason why I want to get my car back is because the other day when you was out, your coworker called me and he told me it was going to be $3,700. And I figured that was a little high for a fuel pump. So I called around and I figured out that the other dealership is only going to charge about $3,000. So I told her straight up, it really just don't sit right with me that he was able to just take off $500 out of nowhere. And that's when she stopped me and she was like, Well, he didn't just willy nilly. This is her exact words. She said he didn't just willy nilly take off $500. We have a market adjustment we can do. Sometimes like we do like markup adjustments sometimes, and if a customer needs help, like in your case, if a customer needs a little help, we can make that adjustment. So he didn't just willy-nilly take out $500, he made the adjustment. Boom. In my mind, y'all know what I'm thinking. In my mind, I'm thinking, so what do you make your adjustments based off of? So if a customer come in there with a $90,000 Trackhawk, does that mean you make a markup adjustment because you see he got a $90,000 Trackhawk? If a customer come in there with a $30,000, let's say a $35,000 RT Charger, do you make a markup adjustment and like mark it down a little bit because you feel like he might not be able to afford what the Trackhawk owner can afford? Like, how do you make your adjustments, man? Because I don't understand. Why are y'all marking up work? Bro, we already got to deal with every time we go to a dealership and you try to go buy a brand new car. If it's a popular car, you want to go buy a Hellcat that's supposed to cost $70,000, you might have to pay $80,000 just because it's popular. Like, we already got to deal with enough markups, bro. Why is y'all marking up labor? Why is there a markup adjustment for labor? Why are we doing that? She called me right back. She said, hey, my GM said that you have to pay the restocking fee on all these parts if you're not going to let us do the work.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He said, one, can you let me know how much the restocking fee is? And two, can you let me know how much it would be if I just buy those parts? Since y'all diagnosed my car and y'all told me I need both fuel pumps, I will insert the screenshot of the receipt where it says I need both fuel pumps for my car. So I said, okay, can I just buy them from y'all so we won't have no restocking fee, no troubles? I just buy them off y'all's hands. She said, oh, well, that's above my pay grade. I'm going to have to get back with my GM and see how much the restocking. I've never dealt with this before. I'm going to have to go see. So I'm like, okay, just, let me know. She go back there with the GM. She come back to me. She first told me my total with my diagnostics and my restocking fee was going to be like $900.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
You want me to pay $900 to restock some parts and for you telling me what was wrong with my car? $900, bro?
Something ain't right.
So I'm like, what? I said, that don't seem right. So she did. At this point, the GM or whoever from the back, they come up to there because she got me on speaker, so I hear them talking and stuff. So they come back up there and they're like, yeah, the restocking fee can be anywhere between, I think they said 25 to 100% of the cost of the part. But he was like, let me make some calls. Let me see what I could do. And then they lowered it down to another spot. And I'm like, bruh, why can't y'all have set prices? Why are y'all's prices so changed? That just let me know, like, dang, are y'all just trying to squeeze every little bit of money y'all can get out of people? Because how can you y'all change the price of my labor, y'all change the price of my parts, y'all done changed the restocking fee on me. How y'all able to just keep playing with these numbers? So this let me know, no number is set in stone with these dealerships. I'm so used to dealing with the people, the salesmen, to the point where I know a salesman is going to be a salesman. So I'm used to them playing with numbers. But when I bring my car to you for service, I don't want to have to worry about like you trying to get over on me. That's the salesman job. Why is you trying to like do this in the service department? What y'all got going on? Somebody let me know what y'all got going on over there. So finally I'm like, okay, well, y'all got it right here. Both of my pumps are bad. I definitely got to change these. So I'm going to need the parts anyways. I'll just cash app the person that I have coming up there getting my key and they can buy the parts from you guys. And we don't have to have no restocking fee, none of that. I cash app the person up there waiting to get my key so they can buy the main pump. And then we get to the second pump. They're like, we can't sell you the second pump. I'm like, why you can't sell me the second pump? They like, actually we had to source it through the aftermarket because it's on back order, which I did look everywhere. And this second pump is on back order. It's on back order for like 90 days. That's what it's saying. Could be more. So they wasn't lying about that. But the fact that they didn't even tell me where this pump came from is what I was like, okay, what y'all got going on? So eventually, the parts guy had told the person I had up there that we can go get it from O'Reilly's. So the dealership that got my second pump from O'Reilly's, it was still trying to charge me as if it was a factory pump, but it was an O'Reilly's pump. So they said I couldn't buy it from them because they can't sell me an aftermarket part. So maybe that's true, but how is you finna put the aftermarket part on my car and still charge me? Isn't that selling me the aftermarket part? So was they about to do some shady work there? Y'all let me know. It's a lot going on here. Keep up. Stay with me now. Stay with me. I know this is a long story, but this is everything that happened. I'm not trying to leave nothing out because I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea. Like I'm trying to purposely bash them or I'm trying to trying to get a discount and this. I'm trying to tell y'all the whole story, so I'm trying to paint the picture. Anyways, I already told y'all. I cashed out Billy about $1,300 for the main pump. I cashed out $360 for the diagnostics and the restocking fee. And finally, I got my key. So that's when I had somebody go up there and put my car on the back of a trailer, and boom, that's where we at now. This is why I'm making the video, because I truly don't know. So maybe if a GM of a dealership or a lawyer or somebody just happened to see this video who know how the system works, y'all let me know, was I being scammed because they seen I had a Trackhawk and they profiling, like, or whatever you call it, because they see I got a Trackhawk, so they thinking in their head, man, I tell him $3,700, bro. That's just $500 more from what we should charge him. He ain't gonna know no difference, bro. He got the Trackhawk, man. That man ain't gonna miss that $700, $500. He ain't gonna miss that, bro. Y'all see what he dropped, bro? He ain't even gonna ask us about it. But they don't know. Like I tell y'all, I'm not rich. I just happen to have decent credit and make decent money, so I'm able to get this car. So they don't know I'm not that rich guy that's not gonna question $700 missing. I'm the guy I go in the store and you in my car and I got $20 right here. When I go ready to get this $20, I'm gonna remember you was in my car and my $20 missing. I'm that guy. So yeah, bro. So y'all let me know, man, what y'all think about it. Cause I felt like they was doing that because they seen I had the Trackhawk, honestly. And they didn't think I was gonna question it. That's just how I feel. But let me know y'all ideas, bro. And also, where we at with the Trackhawk now? I bought the main part from them, and their parts people at the 5-star Warner Robins told me the part number to get. He gave Billy the part number to give me so I can go to O'Reilly's and buy the same part, which I did. I'll insert that right here. So I bought that same part from O'Reilly's, and let's just say I'm gonna save this for another video, but this story gets worse, bro. Like, this story gets worse, bro. Like, y'all see, I actually have the drive shaft in my back floorboard right now, and stay tuned, man, because what y'all gonna believe after this whole video of hearing how this stuff is going down, y'all ain't gonna believe what happened on top of all this. So stay tuned. A moment of truth. We just got done doing both of the pumps. We tried to do just one, but it still kept cutting off on me. Now we're about to see how it does with both pumps changed.